Alright, man. Here's the next dude's view from all the things that came out at D23 today. I'd say tons of stuff came out. Um, Disney really blew it all today. I may not have another D23 for 3 or 4 years. They announced everything for probably the next 4 or 5 years. So they're seriously shaking in their boots from Universal and Harry Potter, and who knows? They very well may know something we don't know as far as Universal. The timeline on Nintendo Land maybe will be accelerated or something, hopefully from this. But one of the other things they announced today was the Ratatouille ride coming to Epcot, the France Pavilion. I was actually lucky enough to ride the Ratatouille Ride at Disneyland Paris on the second day of soft opening, so absolutely brand new. Got to eat a Chef Remy right afterwards with my son. The ride's cool. Of course, over there it was like in some other language or something, but I understood some of the stuff. And you wore 3D glasses. It is a motion-based trackless ride, similar to like Pooh's Honey Hunt, if you've been lucky enough to ride that over Tokyo Disneyland. But very little motion. I mean, maybe a little bit of back and forth motion, a little bit left and right, but nothing even remotely close to Spider-Man or Dinosaur or Indiana Jones. Don't even, it's completely, it doesn't even compare. Just a little bit of movement. Maybe, and it maybe even just was an optical illusion to make you think you were moving. Because it was a kiddie ride. I call it sort of a kiddie e-ticket. A lot of money went into it. Very cool, fully submersive, but still definitely a kid's ride. You start out and you're on the rooftop and you see the ghost of Gasto and or Gusto and whatever his name is. And you go down into the restaurant and all the characters are there from the ride. You go through as groups of 3 or 4 on the ride vehicles, but then in a couple areas you actually did split up and went through little rat holes and actually had your own video screen that sort of enveloped you fully. It was pretty cool. Like I say, all in 3D, so it did a good job. A few effects. At one point you're under a cart and there's flames and moving wheels. There's no squinching like in Spider-Man. If you don't know what squinching is, that's really what made Spider-Man and Transformers really just blow you away, was how it uses moving points of conversion. So the movie is assuming an exact spot that you are viewing the movie at all times, and it knows that you change that, so it changes the points of convergence of the 3D so that to you, the rider, it looks like the screen itself doesn't move, the background doesn't, and the characters move on an on-moving background. If you stood and watched it, you would see that the whole thing's morphing the whole time because the ride vehicle is moving through there. Ratatouille is not that advanced. It's just projected videos on screens. Some are hidden well, some are, pretty obviously you're just in a dark room with a big curved screen in front of you. So it's a cool ride. It's definitely needed at Epcot. It'll be another kids ride, right up there with the Frozen ride. I assume it'll be an exact clone. They didn't say anything about Chez Remy, so I gotta assume that will not be part of it, which sort of stinks. Chez Remy was really cool. The theming, was right out of the movie. You sat on really big bottle caps and corks, and they served ratatouille even though it looked nothing like the ratatouille from the movie, which I thought was a really big mistake. But the food, really all of Disneyland Paris's food, was extremely overpriced and not good at all. They had a steak there that was very, very fatty, very low quality steak. People would be sitting it back all day if they served that in the U.S. So would have been cool to see a Chez Remy with U.S. quality food, as crazy as that sounds. But don't get the feeling that it's going to be there. The ride's really cool, though. But still, you should go over to the Disneyland Paris. There's still other cool rides over there. But this does sort of take away, there's really very little reason to go to the Disney Studios Paris or whatever the heck they call it. The only unique thing they have over there now is Crush's Coaster after this ride opens. So, but that's sort of my opinion on that. I think it's a good idea. I'm not sure if they gave the timing on it. Should be able to knock it out pretty fast since it'll be a complete clone. I'm sure the outside and the queue, everything will be exact, so they got the blueprints and they're ready to roll on that. So, but I think they do have to demo part of the existing France pavilion, so that'll take some time. And it took Disney like 4 years to build the Seven Dwarfs Mine Ride, so they're not exactly really fast builders. Although they seem to have stolen some folks from Universal, because the Toy Story is going up pretty fast, and Star Wars Land does seem to be moving quick. So, the nice addition to that. Another big addition to Epcot, and you can look at that here. My last video for a while, or for the day at least, is Guardians of the Galaxy ride. So, that's it.